stop getting stuck in a 4-bar loop. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a loop into a finished track. I'll break down 3 simple arrangement frameworks you can use for drum and bass and pretty much any genre. Once you understand these structures, arranging becomes a no-brainer and you stop living in loop mode. Let's go. All right, we're looking at the Deviant Architect, which is an EDM arrangement visualizer I created to help you guys understand arrangement. If you guys want access to this tool, just check the link down in the description. But we're going to talk about the standard drum and bass structure first. Usually in the standard drum and bass, we have a 16-bar block as an intro, followed by a build-up. And usually the intro, the energy is a bit lower. And as it builds up, we then get into the main drop. And in traditional drum and bass, especially with classic drum and bass, the main body is at least 48 to 80 bars. But in general, we'll just say 4 blocks of 16 as the main drop, followed by a breakdown and then another build up into the second main body, which is another 4 blocks of 16s. Now the breakdown, the energy is down there again as we build it back up into the second main drop. Usually in the second main drop, we might change up the bass line. So it's a bit different from main drop A. It's not a copy and paste. We might have an outro where the bass line exits with only the drums intact. And this makes it easier for the DJ to mix out of the track. Sometimes the intro is a little bit longer at 48 bars, so you can have a longer build, which creates suspense and tension until you get into the main drop. Really like this tool, very intuitive. You can change the BPM. You notice as you change the BPM, the duration changes. So you can see how long your arrangement would take in terms of time. You can change the title, add a description. Very helpful for learning arrangement and also communicating your arrangement ideas to your collaborator. Because once you have an arrangement, you can then share it or you can export it as a PNG. What I'm really proud of is you can export it as an Ableton project and it'll export it as a blank Ableton project with location markers for each section. So that'll make it really easy for you guys to build your track over. You can also double click on sections here and include comments that you can hover over. And this is a good way to add additional comments for your arrangement. Under the track preset section, I've analyzed over 20 popular tracks in EDM, including drum and bass, dubstep, and commercial dance music. And I think a lot of these structures will help you understand arrangement with a little more depth. Here's an analysis of 𝗙𝗛𝗓 and 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘. The key thing here is it's a longer track at almost 7 minutes. The main body is 80 bars long, and this allows the track to develop and progress, as opposed to tracks these days which are 2 minutes, which doesn't give you enough time to develop the themes of a track. So you can use this drop down to analyze popular tracks. Here's Scary Monsters, here's Pac-Man, here's My Home is the Rave, here's even Ableton. So once again, check the link down below if you want to get access to this tool. I poured over 50 hours of development into the Deviant Architect tool because I know how frustrating the arrangement process can be. I'm giving it to you guys for free to help you along your journey. If you find this tool useful and want to support the project, feel free to check out the Deviant Audio shop. Our Jungleism Signature preset pack is currently a fan favorite for authentic jungle sounds. And if you want the ultimate upgrade, the Deviant Audio Production Suite contains 12 of our best packs for 50% off. You can find all the links down below. All right, so let's say you have a 4-bar loop and you don't know how to get out of it. This is how the arrangement structures will help you get out of loop mode. So here's my 4-bar loop. And I've exported the stems to make it easier. If you want to grab access to the stems, you can also find it down in the links below. We have the drums. We have this little ghost hit here. We have some percussive tops. We have the bass line. We have some atmospherics. The intro pads. And then some stabs. And this should be enough for you to build the basic blocks of your track. Now in drum and bass and most traditional dance music structures, the main blocks are either 8 bars or 16. So stretch your loop out so that it's a perfect 16 bar block. Now be easy to then arrange your track. So I've exported that standard drum and bass structure as an Ableton template, and you can see the location flags at the top, which will help inform us how to arrange this track. So we have the main body, which is this section here. So let's move this guy over here. We just need to repeat it 4 times. So this is the main body. We can even copy this section to the second main body, which is this section here. Now, when a track drops, you may not want all the sounds to play. You want to develop the sounds to create a story in your track. So I would probably remove the tambourines and hi-hats as well over here. So it starts strictly with the drums and bass. I'm going to even remove the additional sounds here and probably introduce the atmospheric only at 3rd block here. Let's keep the stabs here, and we'll keep the atmospherics here. We'll remove the atmospherics here. So here's our main body. We don't need these intro pads here, so I'll just move it to the intro actually. So this section here is the intro. We already have the main body. Let's actually replace this here with this main body that we established here. So now we have the 2 main bodies established. We may want to just copy the intro pads into the breakdown section as well. So far, we have arrangement set. With the intro, you might just want to start with the pads. Maybe the drums come in on the second 16 here, and then it builds up. We may want to introduce a riser at the end of the section here, or even the long, shorter riser here to help with the transition. So risers are very helpful for that. We may even just want to have that riser repeat every 16 bars of the main body to help each section progress. Let's just copy this section here to mirror the build up here. With the breakdown in the middle section, we may not want it to be a copy and paste of the intro. So I might have the bass continue playing here. Maybe I'll have the stabs filter in, and we'll talk about automation later on. But so far, we have an arrangement that is pretty good. I'm not going to waste our time listening through the entire track, but we can preview each section real quickly. So here's the intro with the pads. And then the drums come in. And then the main drop with just the drums and bass. And then the tambourines get introduced here. And then this little ghost hit is such a simple addition, but just adds another dynamic, keeping the track interesting. And the stabs are also introduced at this point as well. So you have 2 new sounds introduced at this point. And then at the last 16 bar section, I remove the atmospherics, and maybe you may want to even remove the tambourines here so you can remove some energy before we get into the breakdown. And then the breakdown is the bass with the pads. And then the bass exits. And then you have the second main body. Now, we didn't do the outro yet, but usually the outro could be just the drums, the stabs. Usually the bass line exits by then. You may want to reintroduce the atmospheric here, so there's something here. And this part just facilitates the DJ mix. Now for the second main body, instead of making a copy and paste of main body A here, you want to change up the bass or add additional sound. So there's a subtle variation. The key is subtle here because you want to develop the theme as opposed to completely changing the theme. Because if you subtly change it, there's progression and evolution. So the story evolves, right? So you want that continuity of that original theme here, but a little more developed on the second drop. So we're limited because we have just audio stems here, but a quick thing you can do here is just change up the arrangement or sequence of the bass line. I'm just gonna take this section here, just move it down here, and just gonna double time it by time stretching it. So you have this longer section here. I'll just move it back up here and just delete that section that's no longer needed. And we can repeat that all the way across. And this section now sounds like this. This kind of audio trickery is really awesome for the listener. Kind of trips them out because it adds a layer of unpredictability into the track. Now, keep in mind, this is pretty bare bones. This is just a skeleton for you to develop your arrangement. So definitely there needs to be a lot more to develop this track. You may want to add filter modulations and drum edits to make this a lot more interesting. For example, with these stabs here, you can introduce an auto filter and then filter them in on the breakdown. So we start low and then bring them in gradually. You may want to employ that technique with the other sounds as well, such as the atmospherics or even the stats being introduced. You can filter them in. You can even use a low pass filter and sweep and modulate the bass so it changes throughout the track. Other things we can do is adding pauses. For example, sometimes you can probably add 1 or 2 bar pause at the beginning of this block here. Little pauses like that adds another layer of unpredictability. And you just have to really have a keen ear and experience listening for tracks and listening and have that musical intuition and to feel out what should happen at that very point. So you have to listen actively and listen, oh, maybe a pause will sound good there, or maybe a double kick at the start here. Right? Things like that are what take your track to 110%, right? Obviously, this is very bare bones and basic, but this is just a start. And I like to take a carving approach. So you start with the main, almost like a blank canvas, and you gradually sculpt pieces out until you have a full track, layer by layer. The next arrangement we're going to talk about is very popular today, and it's the 2 or 3 minute track. Sometimes we call it pop drum and bass or Spotify drum and bass. A much shorter arrangement for that instant gratification era. Whether that's good or bad, I'll let you guys decide. But basically the structure starts usually with a short 8-bar, I call it pre-intro, and then you have the 16-bar intro. So that's a total of 24 bars of an intro, and going into the main drop, which is 2 sets of 16s, otherwise 32 bars. And then you have a breakdown, which is another 2 sets of 16s, which is a breakdown here and a build up, and then into the second main body, which is another 32 bars. So totaling 2 minutes and 46 seconds at 174 beats per minute. All right, so I'm going to get into the pop drum and bass structure, and we're not going to talk too much here. I'll just do it and you can see the process and see how easy it is once you have the arrangement markers in the track. All right, so here's the pop drum and bass format. As you can see, there's a lot less room to develop your theme. So you can see that I introduced sections in 8-bar positions at some points because of the lack of space to introduce sounds. It might be abrupt if you introduce both the atmospherics and stabs at the same time. So I'm left with the option to introduce it halfway of this first 16 here. So with pop and shorter formats, it's usually a little more play with 8s instead of 16s, but there are still 16s. It's just that you have to work in between those sections to introduce and develop sounds. What I can do is I can even export both versions, and I'll provide a SoundCloud link below so you can review both tracks. All right, the last arrangement we'll talk about here is the A-B structure. And I use this quite prominently, no pun, in the track Prominence, which is my track that came out in 2012 on Decipher Recordings. You can listen to it on Spotify. Also check it in the link down below. Basically, the idea of this track is I have two variations of the drop A and drop B. This interchanges every 16 to keep the track interesting. It almost follows a pop song format where you have hook and verse, or A and B, that interchanges. So I have a 16-bar intro, it builds up, drop A, which has a bit of a build, and then drop B, which hits harder, and then repeat, and then break down, build up, and repeat again. The only difference is the first two 16s here on the second body, I change up the bass line for variation. So I call it drop C and D here, then going back to A and B at the end. Another great track that uses this format is, of course, 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙. 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 starts with a 48-bar intro, so 3 blocks of 16s, which build up into the main drop, which is the hook. And then you have this switch up where the bass line changes for more of a driving vibe, and then back to the main bass line that jump up, bump, 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 for another 16 here. So the main body is 48, but plays with that interchange, and then break down, build up, and then on the second main body, instead of ABA, it's AAB, so that B provides an outro for the track to ride out of. So here's my track prominence following exactly that format, the intro with the pads, and then white noise riser for the 6 and 16. And then you have the main body. The trick with the main body is the first section, the A section, is this Ableton pattern with the snare rattling, which creates tension. Followed by the B section, which hits harder with this pattern. And then you have A and B again. And then break down with some additional drums introduced for variation. And then builds up again. And then you have that part drop C and D. And then you have A and B. So just to save time in this video, I won't play the full track, but you can listen down in the links below. A fairly straightforward format to follow, and this is a great way to keep your track interesting by having essentially two motifs or two themes interchange as A, B, A, B. Then you have the intro sounds as another section to contrast between the drop. Hope you guys enjoyed learning the 3 arrangement structures I provided you guys today. Remember, these are only starting blocks to build a track. They're not rules, just guidelines so you can work around. Rules are meant to be broken, but you got to learn the rules first before you can break them. So study the arrangements, use it in your tracks, starting with a loop and building it out across the timeline using the guides provided. Of course, experiment with the arrangements. Get access to my Deviant Architect tool down in the links below, and then play around and alter the arrangements, study at the arrangements of proven tracks, and learn how you can apply their concepts with your tracks as well. My name is 𝗙𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗢, music producer of over 25 years with the releases on Metalheadz, Hospital Records, and Critical Music. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to support this channel directly, check out deviantaudio.com for sample packs, preset packs, and Ableton kits to help you along your journey. To see more in-depth videos about drum and bass arrangement, check this playlist up here. And to see me recreate drum and bass classics, check this playlist up here. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay creative and peace out.